My qualifications as a divorce mediator, I went to George Washington Law School and was trained in mediation in law school. I actually, one of the more uncomfortable things, but during my mediation training, they would videotape you and go back with the class, watching your body language and the questions and things like that, and recommending things that you would do or not do well. So I had fairly intensive mediation training in law school, and then I had particularized both training in mediation in Massachusetts in general and in family law training as well. I've also had elder mediation training, and I coordinated a couple of peer mediation programs at the Somerset High School and New Bedford High School, and also did trainings teaching high school students and younger how to be mediators, and taught some college classes about how to negotiations and mediation as well. I also had both training and had done some EEOC mediation for the post office. I represent hundreds of divorce clients as an attorney. I've also been a guardian ad litem, where I made recommendations regarding parenting time on hundreds of cases as well in juvenile and probate court. And have been doing divorce mediation since about 1995. My qualifications as a divorce attorney are I've litigated thousands of cases. I've had a particular focus on divorce and family law. I graduated from George Washington Law School. I worked in the U.S. Attorney General's office and also worked in the Essex County DA's office, and had a lot of courtroom experience with both of those. Further, I've handled divorce cases as a guardian ad litem, handling a couple hundred cases in juvenile and probate court as a guardian ad litem, making recommendations about children in custody and parenting time. I've worked with DCF cases. I've worked with low-income parties. I've worked with high-income parties. I've been handling divorce cases since about 1995. I practice primarily in Bristol County, although I do handle a reasonable amount of cases both in Plymouth County, in Brockton and Plymouth, and also in Norfolk County and Canton. I have handled cases as far as Worcester, Essex County, or Barnstable, but more closer to my office, which is in Taunton. Let's see, my qualifications as to DCF cases. I've handled a wide variety of DCF cases. I have a lot of practical experience, both from prosecuting cases in the Essex County DA's office, in the juvenile court, along with being in the U.S. Attorney General's office. I graduated from George Washington Law School. I have also handled cases as a court investigator or guardian ad litem, probably a couple hundred cases in the past in terms of making recommendations, just in general custody cases or specifically where DCF's involved or care and protection's involved. I've represented hundreds and hundreds of families that are including, representing people as soon as there's an allegation by DCF or 51A, and being present when DCF does the interview. I've done that numerous times. I've done it numerous times where there's been a supported 51A, and I've done the fair hearing appeal and represented people in that. I've represented people during the assessment process, like a 45 to 90 day assessment process. I've successfully represented people when there's been care and protections filed in juvenile court, and have been represented people at the point where there's a petition that's filed prior to even the 72-hour hearing, and got in custody or conditional custody to my client numerous times. In addition, I've had many 72-hour hearing or temporary custody hearings representing parents where they've been successful in those hearings. I've represented third parties. I've represented grandparents. I've also asked at times for grandparents or siblings and other people to get direct custody in DCF cases. I've represented people in termination of parental rights cases. I've represented foster care parents, providers that have ended up getting custody even when DCF's opposed it, and through a wide spectrum, and literally have handled hundreds of DCF cases.